Oh, now when we start seeing the things happen, that just...
Well,
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm going to try a female character. I was only going to do it. I was scared to death the first time I do it. I didn't rehearse with the costume. I never put the costume on.
So Katt Williams has been pretty open about the shady side of industry lately, and apparently the comedian wants to bring down every single celebrity who had chosen to sell their souls to the industry. While we all know about certain controversies going on in Hollywood, the last name I had ever expected to hear was Tyler Perry. And as Katt Williams says, this man aced all crazy rituals, and that's why he is now at the top of his game. Hi everyone, and welcome back to CELEB Live channel. So you all know Katt Williams as a talented but underrated comedian, but here's another side of this person that may be truly scary for those who are in charge in Hollywood. Recently, he came forward with very serious accusations blaming the shady figures behind the industry in eliminating innocent artists.
When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
However, this is just the beginning of the story, as Katt Williams decided to prove his words by some facts. And in his opinion, it seems quite possible that certain people who reached unimaginably big heights in the show business, like Tyler Perry, are secretly working with these controversial figures. And Katt even has enough evidence to prove his allegations. According to Katt, every celebrity is approached by the powerful elites with one condition: to go through a series of rituals to prove that they are ready to accept fame and welcome wealth. And while some artists like Katt himself choose to stay true to their principles, it never seemed the problem for Tyler Perry because he had his own explanation to the most common rumor going on about Black artists selling their souls and wearing a dress as a part of initiation.
I feel like that, I can't help people's thinking. I can't help what they feel or how they come to the conclusion of that.
Well, if everything was so easy as Tyler Perry explains, because it seems like Katt Williams is actually right about the shady side of the industry, and if Tyler was so desperate to reach the status of a high-profile celebrity, it's not the same for many other men. And as Katt stated, he respects himself too much to ever be a part of the industry games, and these shady elites are not going to see him beg them for fame and glory as Tyler Perry.
We're not going to win any awards, and we're not going to be nobody's favorite, and we're going to miss out on a lot of the things that they're going to get over.
According to Katt, this dress ritual is well known among the artists, and it's not like people have any other option to choose when it comes to reaching new heights in career. Many celebs who were initially against such humiliation finally gave in and went through it, like Kevin Hart, who once was asked during an interview if he was willing to follow the trend, and Kevin was firm in his belief that he would never allow the public to see him in a dress. But guess what happened later?
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavenjane Wallace.
Wow.
And who else but Tyler Perry spent the most of his career in a dress, portraying the character named Madea? Well, as Katt Williams said, this was Tyler's way to prove his determination. And apparently, he now reached level of trust and can himself act as a handler and a right hand of the Hollywood elites. As Williams added, it's turned into some sort of tradition to humiliate Black artists with this ritual, and whoever tries to go against this rule is quickly turning into the pariah of the industry.
Mouth is really, really big, and you try to tell the truth for a living, and you like to air people out. Hatred is coming your way.
And there's no denial that crazy things happen to many seemingly sane artists. And there are speculations that the industry is trying to get rid of everyone they cannot control, like it happened to Martin Lawrence back in the days. Lawrence ran out to the street waving his gun at cars and tried to fight off the police when they attempted to restrain him. A witness said the actor was cursing, waving his hands and yelling, "Fight the establishment!" Martin's behavior was later labeled as nervous breakdown. Well, no one is buying this story, and as Katt Williams believes, all people who refuse to cooperate and go out of the industry's control are doomed. And it's not only Williams who believes in this. As another comedian, Dave Chappelle, shared, his own rise to fame was tarnished with certain unfortunate circumstances.
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstance.
And although he didn't directly mention any rituals, I guess it doesn't take much brain to figure out what was demanded of him in exchange for reaching the next level of his thriving career. Apparently, as Dave mentioned, it was too much for him, and he decided he was fed up with the industry. And although show business has lost a very talented performer, many fans believe it's not the talent that is being valued now. As one person commented, some people do it for the love, and some do it for money only. Those who choose money over anything has no limits. They'll sell whatever they have to, including the soul. And another user added, humiliation rituals are very real. But again, you do have a choice, so I feel sorry for none of them. And now, try to guess who have a net worth of $1 billion. Yep, this is one of the most famous directors, actors, and producers in the world, Tyler Perry. And apparently, he's been a billionaire for years. According to Forbes, who seems to know what they're talking about when it comes to America's richest people, Tyler has been earning over $1.04 billion in pre-tax income since 2005. Looks like a pretty nice income for just one person.
So overall, are you pretty happy with your career?
Yes.
So, while Tyler Perry enjoys his freshly built empire just because he was coming from a very sad place, honest and talented people like Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle never get the same help with publicity because of their principles and beliefs. And as Katt stated, he came to show business to share his talent with people, not to dance to somebody's tune and participate in borderline cringy activities.
We're not willing to do the things they're willing to do. Therefore, we won't get what they get.
Katt Williams has been trying to expose the shady side of the industry for way too long, and apparently, he doesn't believe that it's about talent anymore. In his past, he already talked about some rituals that were aimed to test artists' determination, and he was one of the very few people who refused to become a part of this crazy charade. And it makes him sad to see people like Tyler Perry not just getting it all because they had agreed to some insane terms, but also inspiring other young artists to do the same.
I can't win over there because I don't play. I don't participate. Like, you can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store.
What Katt was trying to tell is that while people like himself are labeled as crazy and talking nonsense, the game of power continues behind the scenes. And those who are ready to do anything for fame and money are getting honored. And it doesn't look like coincidence that Tyler Perry should probably build a house for his awards, because this man harvests them in large quantities, and in 2021, he even got an Oscar for so-called cultural influence. It just looks so sad for Katt because he and other honest artists never wanted to participate in these games. But despite working hard, they all face the same decision, whether they should betray their principles and go through the humiliation like Tyler Perry. And the worst part of all is that now Tyler Perry is to blame among the rest celebs because this behavior becomes a new normal, and people are losing themselves to the vile games of the show business.
It was just to hold people accountable that weren't being held accountable, you know? So, in all jobs, there's some accountability.
However, Tyler doesn't see the problem at all. Apparently, high moral principles were never going to feed him. And coming from the very bottoms of the social ladder, Mr. Perry knows the price of labor, and he doesn't mind to do whatever is necessary to earn enough money for a careless retirement. After all, it's not like everyday homeless guy gets a chance to become a billionaire one day. As Tyler says, there's nothing bad in playing by the rules, no matter how bizarre or inappropriate they are, and if he had to do this again, he would agree to any terms to get where he is right now.
Too much. The pain was too much. What I've been through was too much. I'm homeless. I don't have food to eat. It's just...
The main Katt's problems with celebs like Tyler Perry is that such a behavior becomes new normal, and Tyler himself starts to humiliate and mistreat people, probably thinking he is some of God they all need to pray. Many fans agree with the comedian and totally believe that Tyler has had some help in exchange for his total obedience. As one person commented, Katt Williams is speaking facts. Problem is most people don't want to hear it and want to stay blinded from the truth. People need to wake up. And another user added, I believe Katt and he is telling the truth. Respect to Katt for keeping it real. Hollywood is a place where the devil take you to the mountaintop and show you the fame and fortune of Hollywood for the price of your everlasting soul. Well, being a high-profile celebrity comes with many perks, and apparently very few people could resist the pull of fame and wealth, and that's why Katt says that Hollywood is rotten to its core. And what do you think about this, guys? Is Tyler Perry another celeb who sold his soul for the fame? Or is Katt accusing an innocent man? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the shady side of Hollywood. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.